bro, I'm chucking something at your head. What the flip are you doing?
That is the most disgusting thing. You do pick your nose and eat it.
I
You're
don't,
defending
Billy.
it.
I don't do that anymore. That's fucking violations. Guys, I don't know about your TikTok for you pages, but mine is rife at the moment with these celebrity conspiracy theories, and I am sucked in. I am locked and loaded with all this information that I must share with you today.
Right.
Firstly, I've seen that UFOs being shot down, Poland, somewhere else.
That one.
You seeing it?
Yeah, I
Not
saw
seen
that
that
one.
one.
You really?
No,
They must be hiding that from you because you're too smart.
I'm sending the UFOs.
You're in the
him.
fucking
No,
Martian.
but he's been to, is it Area 50? No.
Area 51.
Area
51. You've been there, haven't you?
I drove past Area
So
51.
you've seen the aliens.
I saw a shack saying "Welcome to Area 51."
What?
It didn't really look very official, but apparently they said that they saw aliens there. Have you heard the Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory about her being a clone?
Melissa,
No.
is it?
Yeah, well, apparently she died after her first album came out, but because it was so big, they made a clone of her, and the clone has been performing ever since.
Wait, but how did she die?
So she died by suicide, and they've
wow.
now found someone that looks very much like her
Yeah.
to resurrect her career and resurrect in every sense of the word.
And that's what gave us bops like girlfriends.
Does she know that this is the conspiracy that's outside? Like, do celebrities know the conspiracy
Oh,
that
they
are outside?
definitely know, and they play up to it. I think,
feel like they
which is
entertain
quite
it.
fun. It's quite silly, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like, they're especially Lady Gaga. One of
Yeah.
the biggest conspiracy theories about her is that she actually killed a girl who was also trying to make it to fame and stardom when they were first starting out, but I don't know, they were on their sister record labels, and apparently this other girl was like a lot better than her. But this other girl apparently died by like throwing herself off a balcony at 19. But the whole conspiracy is that she was killed by Lady Gaga, so Lady Gaga could make it to
I've never
the
heard
number
that before in
one
my
thingy.
life.
Yeah,
That's
and it's quite interesting
crazy.
as well because like Lady Gaga plays to it, and I think one of the music videos. What is the one
Sorry,
where
I got
she's
cramp.
right, stretch him out?
I was attacking.
No, what's the music video where she starts off by falling off a balcony or being pushed off a balcony?
You mean paparazzi when she pushes
Maybe
someone off a balcony?
paparazzi, and then at the end, they're holding up a newspaper which says "No More Gaga," and then that correlates somehow to the name of the girl that was killed.
Maybe she did it. She did it. She guilty.
You think? I don't
Maybe.
think she did.
No.
And also the
Very.
ones I've seen in the last week from the Super Bowl, all the things from Rihanna at the Super Bowl is that, oh my god, she's lifting up her Illuminati symbol. It's like, no, it's literally her diamonds in the sky.
Yeah. I was reading a brief bit of history about the Illuminati, because they were real, weren't they, originally?
What's it like? The
Bavarian society, high society members club, and they would like have their fingers in all the pies politically.
yeah.
But the resurgence of it came in the 60s in Playboy magazine,
Oh.
because some politician put in like an article about it, and then no one thought anything of it, but then the readers just read
Oh,
it
wow.
and ran with it.
Really?
Yeah,
They were
that-
reading, looking at Playboy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, Illuminati's going to get us!
Next to the one of boobs.
Oh.
That's crazy. Yeah, and like they obviously say that like Jay-Z, Beyonce, very big in the Illuminati, and I think there was a shot recently of Jay-Z at the Grammys, and he's holding like a glass, and it's full of red liquid. The internet obviously doesn't know red
gosh.
wine exists, but
Yeah.
they're like, it's blood.
He's drinking blood.
Oh wow.
It's
He's
obviously
drinking
blood.
Every time Beyonce like comes back in the surgence with like good music that does well in the charts, all of her like anti-fans say that she's been devil worshipping, and she's like
Yeah.
it's all-
Freemason and all that.
and so like the Beyonce fans recognise that on Twitter,
Yeah.
and they're like, it's going to be a hit when people are saying that she's been doing her devil magic.
Really? That was one of the first videos that I was obsessed with on YouTube, you know, like
Which one?
subliminal messages in music where if
Yeah.
you play a song back, it says something else. And
There was even a...
Do you remember the
Guess
TikTok of that?
No, not the TikTok.
It's my favourite TikTok
Which
of the lady
one?
trying to tell her like people that Monster can. I really didn't want to get it up.
Oh,
When she's drinking the
yeah.
can, and she's like, and when it goes up, the devil laughs. She's doing all these like messages on the Monster can.
oh no, people love it though.
It's crazy. Talking about the playing like songs backwards and stuff in reverse. Did you ever watch the Simpsons episode when Bart joins the Navy, and then they're singing like a song, and then they play it backwards, and it's basically saying like join the Navy?
No,
No.
no, but they
Watched
do
it.
say that the Dora the Explorer
That one as
theme
well.
song. If you play Dora the Explorer, if you play it backwards, it says "Hail Satan."
Fuck
Single
off.
Ladies as well was one of those ones where it was like
Really?
apparently
Yeah.
like there's an edit of it where like it sounds like she's saying haha I worship the devil. She doesn't even say the devil in the song.
Single ladies.
And it's such a reach as well. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that is how they in Spy Kids they worked out that he was a madman. Help us, save us.
So right.
They rewound the kids TV show. And it was like, it was a madman. Help us, save us.
Someone I know did Magic Mushrooms at a festival, and the music, which happened to be Beyonce's Renaissance album, was playing back to front in the brain. So it really sounded like that subliminal messaging. They were being possessed.
What did they hear?
The song backwards.
Yeah, but
like,
what was
they didn't actually realise until
Yeah.
the end when the friends were all gathering around saying, I can't believe they played Renaissance, the album. And this person said, don't remember that because I was hearing something completely different. And what else? Oh, guys, I've got quite a good one.
What?
And it's about our girl, Liz Second.
Liz second.
Oh, Queen.
Lisbeth.
Come
I thought
on,
you
you
were
know
talking about, I
her.
thought you were talking about Liz Truss, and then we were talking about.
That's what I thought. I was like, Liz Truss. Like, what did she do
I was
now?
like, why is she our girl?
Yeah.
So how about this? Lisbeth, your girl Lisbeth.
He's a
Lisbeth.
lizard.
Shut up.
Could possibly.
That's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. She's a lizard.
Yeah, the royal family and.
Oh, yeah, they do look like it, though.
Yeah.
For Prince Charles.
That is a genuine, like, apparently that's a really well believed one. Gemma
Yeah.
Collins' mum genuinely believes that.
Gemma Collins' mum?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you not remember
cult,
hearing about
cult
that?
leader.
Very intelligent. Gemma Collins'
No,
mum.
referencing in uni essays. Gemma Collins' mum et al.
Mrs. Collins.
Lizard. As in the animal lizard. That
Yeah,
The
it's like
alien
the
lizards.
lizard people, they believe, are part of like the kind of Illuminati. And they sometimes, I used to be obsessed with watching videos of like celebrities glitch, and they'd be like, that's the lizard. I watch the video, it's like, really? Yeah, right, so no.
Lisbeth.
Lisbeth, your
Yeah.
girl Lisbeth,
Come on.
apparently cannibal.
Oh.
And let me give you some context to that fact.
No.
So obviously she lived a very, very long
Long
life,
life,
like
yeah.
longer than any other person. She was doing like 300. Okay, not every other person. There's probably someone.
Died at
someone
the
else.
adequate
I
age
mean,
of
sorry.
93.
Sorry, let me right. Elizabeth has outlasted many other monarchs. Like she's had a long, long reign. She's obviously dead now
Yeah.
because maybe she stopped doing the thing. So, how old was she when she died? Like 90?
93.
Yeah,
I said 93, but I think I was lying.
It's 96.
I think she was 96.
And she used to do something like 300 engagements a year. Like she'd go out, she'd be working herself to
Yeah.
the bone.
Yeah.
Our Lisbeth. And apparently, you know, obviously human flesh, you probably don't know this. Well, I didn't know either, but I found out.
Sounds like something I don't
No,
know off the
I-
top of my
yeah.
head. But
Human
go
flesh
on.
has a lot of like energistic properties. Like it's
Mhm.
really good for you. Obviously, the nutrients in it, you make babies with like your human body. So apparently, being a cannibal was really good. And apparently, every year, not every year, but the Queen would go to Canada, and then loads of children would go missing at the same time. And then the butler at the time in the 70s was like, "Yep, there's human remains in the fridge at Buckingham Palace." And something else, cannibalism isn't actually an offence in the UK, and also you can't charge the Queen, so she was getting away with it.
Apparently, so a British historian, Hubert Humdinger, has the answer. She must eat human flesh to
Yeah.
be so vivacious. In 2012, the site Dear Dirty America claimed to have confirmed Humdinger's reports.
Great
When a
sauce.
serviceman at Windsor Castle claimed to discover human remains inside the Queen's private freezer.
There you go. Her private freezer, a fucking mini fridge
So do you
next to her
think
skincare.
she ate her husband as well then?
No, she's eating children who are very fresh. He looked like he died 17 years ago.
He does look like he was actually a vampire.
I think they pumped
Yeah.
something
Oh,
in
maybe
him.
she was sucking all the blood out of
he
him.
was a
Who
living
knows?
corpse.
Yeah.
You sound mental.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds a bit
It's just
concerning.
something I read. It's not something I've
Yeah,
seen.
no, good.
Poor Lisbeth.
So I think there was a conspiracy I read on Reddit that said that SpongeBob was created. Oh, I can't remember it now. SpongeBob was created as a kind of to make people gay.
What?
Say it again.
SpongeBob was created, the cartoon SpongeBob.
Bob, and the reason of creating him was to push the gay agenda so that liberals.
In what part do they mention he's his
I don't
sexuality.
know. It's just something I was reading because I did my homework this morning.
So is he gay with Patrick?
At this point.
I don't know. I don't know if we claim him.
Okay. Mother.
Maybe.
Okay.
He's just a sponge, really, isn't he?
Yeah. Huh.
Another one I saw is that this person believed, I don't know if it was a conspiracy theory, like believed by loads of people, but this one person apparently believed that the moon was man-made because it's so perfectly round, and on the other side is like an alien station, and that the pyramids were built by dinosaurs.
With their small hands. And
Yeah, but the
arms.
dinosaurs can't survive in the heat. It's hot.
How do you know? Have you met one?
No, but then in all the dinosaur stories, the dinosaurs are in the cold, right?
What fucking land before time?
Sorry, what?
No, but like, what? No, honestly, like, for instance, when you go to a museum, right, you go to the dinosaur section, it's cold in there.
I don't think
They have been dead for thousands of years.
guys,
They're not.
This
I mean,
is
it's turning up the thermostat.
Wait. If you think about pyramids, pyramids in Egypt, right? That's what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
No, the ones on the Isle of Wight.
maybe there is something, who knows? But pyramids is usually in a warm, very, very hot place, right? What dinosaur is surviving in a hot place?
Well,
Actually,
my
quite a lot of
God.
them.
No, I don't think so.
They weren't living in Antarctica. Most of them like roamed around the continents.
didn't everything start in Africa anyway?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
but
would've-
there was no dinosaurs in Africa.
How
Yes,
do you
there
know?
were. Yes, there was.
Really?
Yes, there was.
Where do you think?
I don't think there was.
Where do you think they are then?
Are you thinking of mammoths? You're thinking of Ice Age. You're not thinking of dinosaurs.
No, I know what a dinosaur is, yeah. And a mammoth is a mammoth, but
She's a mammoth, of course.
So apparently dinosaurs actually lived in a warmer and more dynamic climate than
Well then.
previously thought.
Thank you. Have you not seen Jurassic Park? It's boiling.
Fucking sweat. Beading.
I've watched. No,
What have you watched? This
I've
is what I want
watched-
to know. What you want to watch?
I've
Literally
definitely
nothing.
watched. Yeah, I've watched.
Maybe you watched Dinosaur Christmas Story and it's always snowing.
No, yeah, she's
But it's usually like a wow, English. rural environment, and rural environments are usually
Well,
cold.
tell
no?
me what you mean by rural.
Well, there's obviously not going to be built up Boots
Rural
High
doesn't-
Street next to
Do you
them,
know
is
what
it?
rural means?
What's the word?
Yeah.
More like countryside.
Okay,
like-
okay. Oh, for flip's sake.
Got the Cotswolds in the background.
No, but nah,
T-Rex having afternoon tea in Devon.
So all this revisiting about Illuminati, you know, those conspiracy theories online, subliminal messaging, watching all those videos kind of made me think back to those things that I would have really stressed myself out about as a kid that were really irrational, but I thought were like problems that were going to become like things in my everyday life.
Yeah.
So I actually made a list of some of the things that made me think of that Illuminati level stuff. Do you want to hear it?
yeah, let's go.
Sure, Mum.
Okay. Please let me know if you've thought the same. Okay. The first one is the Bermuda Triangle. I was obsessed with the Bermuda Triangle and really thought that like black holes and like that fear of the unknown were really going to affect me every day in life. Anyone else get?
The
Worried
Bermuda
about
Triangle
that?
where you can't fly over it.
Yeah. Apparently that's not even a thing. You can fly over it.
No, I think because I'm scared to fly to Egypt because of that.
It's nowhere near Egypt.
Yeah, but we pass it, no?
That's so
No.
specific. You obsessed
No.
with pyramids.
Is it not?
No, it's inside of the world.
So where is it based? Like what countries are
So
close?
it's like obviously Bermuda.
Bermuda. That's nowhere near Egypt.
Yeah, Bermuda's like near the Caribbean. I think it's like Bermuda.
I went over
Cuba.
it to go to Mexico.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you were fine.
I'm a simulation right now because I got sucked in. Imagine.
Friends from Bermuda. She goes there all the time.
Mm.
Huh, okay.
But yeah, so it's a fine thing. Like it's all just a load of shit, but stress
Who
me
knows?
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one, the London riots. When I was sat in my house on the Isle of Wight, I saw those people looting shops. I couldn't fucking sleep. I had to sit with my mum downstairs because I was so terrified
Really?
that was going to start kicking off in Shoe Zone, Isle of Wight, that
Oh my god.
I couldn't breathe.
I was like in the heart of the London
Peak of it,
riots.
yeah.
Yeah, literally.
You were in there?
I wasn't there.
She had big bags of
Curries,
rice.
I wasn't there, but I remember coming back because I think we were in Paris at the time, so we came back, and the streets, it felt like a movie. Like
Innit?
it felt so sinister.
Seen it on Sky News.
Do you know what I mean? And then coming back, it's like, because I live like right next to the police station, like the police officers coming out in their armor and everything. So it was quite kind of like a surreal, like, is this the end of the world type of,
Apocalyptic.
do you know what I mean, type
Yeah.
of shit. But shout out to my area, you know, Stoke Newington Massive. The Turkish came out with their machetes, so
Not the
like,
machetes.
literally nothing got touched in Stokey because they were like adamant out there, like protecting their shops. But it was a very, very scary moment.
So I had every right
Yeah,
to be
you
scared
did,
of it
honestly.
that far away
It was-
on
Yeah,
a desert
honestly.
island.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
definitely decided Isle of Wight was where they were attacking next.
Yeah, I knew it.
You were safe.
They go turn around from Stoke Newington, charge all the way down on the ferry,
Coaches.
waiting on the ferry. Yeah. Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight.
Yeah, so that was valid. Okay,
Yeah.
the next one is quicksand. For some reason, I was obsessed with knowing what quicksand could do and really thought that would get me at some point in life. But do you know, no one's ever actually died from quicksand.
Yeah,
What?
I did know that.
You did know that. I wish I knew that.
But then where are you gonna bump into quicksand?
Well, I do. I live near beaches. Island girl.
Island girl. Island girl.
Island girl.
Quicksand is actually quite popular. Well, not popular. It's like there's a lot of quicksand on a lot of beaches in the UK, but it
Really?
is basically impossible to die in the way that it's depicted in films.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so don't get stressed
quicksand
out.
is denser than the human body, and you have lungs, so you like float. basically.
We have lungs?
Yeah.
You're joking. Okay.
That's a good
Next one, tsunamis. Isle of Wight, I was surrounded by water.
Oh damn!
It was terrifying when all that stuff was coming out. I thought, we're definitely going to get hit.
Wow.
I don't know if that's inappropriate to say.
With what's actually going on.
I just had to be
yeah.
explained to that we're nowhere near an equator and I'll probably be all right. Okay, the next one is the Mayan calendar. Do you remember being at school and they kept on saying like the world was going to end
2012.
in 2012? I remember waiting like for my dinner in the lunch queue,
Yeah.
and I was thinking at fucking 4 p.m. We're done. This is your last meal, everyone. Last supper.
I actually believe that though, because there was so much things coming out of it. Those articles,
Right.
the films. I think there was a film
There
on
was-
the end of the
yeah.
world as well. I'm thinking, like, cool,
Mm.
that's it then. No twins for me.
Aww.
Yeah.
Did
No
you get
Phil
worried,
Mitchell.
Billy?
No.
No.
Did you?
No
He's got a
worries.
brain.
I'm not an idiot.
Well, I mean, we were young then, innit?
Yeah.
Gullible and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Another one was Nick Jonas having diabetes. I thought that really shook me up.
wait,
It
what?
made
I'm
me
so
very-
confused as to what's going on right now.
Made me very acutely aware of sugar intake. I don't know, as a child. That's where
Yeah.
my anxiety probably started. I'll just go to the last one. The JFK assassination video. I used to be
You watched
I
it?
used to be fixated with like seeing it from every single different angle. After school, I'd be on that computer.
Wait, hold on.
Taking it all in.
Hold on.
I'm so confused how we've
Yeah.
gone from conspiracy theories to your list of fears.
That's not fair. It's an interest.
But then, how old were you? Why are you watching assassinations from different angles? Were you trying to investigate who did it?
After school, yeah.
Wow.
I could be a very valid point of view. Me, Lauren May Kirkland, 13 years old from the Isle of Wight.
So this is the part of the podcast where we review some brutal stories on our brutal meter. Over to Christy.
I have 2 toothbrushes, one to clean my teeth and the other to scrub the lime scale and gunk around the taps. Sometimes I accidentally put toothpaste on the wrong one, but can't be asked to waste it, so just carry on.
Oh,
That's so
not
bad.
good. That's horrible.
Just put them away from each other.
Exactly. Why are they in the same kind of
Yeah.
compartment?
To be fair, I thought he was going to say it uses it to clean his arsehole or something.
Similar story. Nothing hasn't
Oh,
happened
what?
to me, but I do have a separate head to clean my earbuds with, like my AirPods.
Yeah, but you don't.
No, I
put them
don't.
in
I
the
never.
same
Never.
place. Okay,
no,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
that
okay.
one's on its own separately.
Yeah.
But then, like, that's a
Yeah.
really good way of cleaning your AirPods with an
The-
electric toothbrush, completely separate head.
Interesting.
He's watched a 5-minute crafts video.
All right, what are we rating that one, guys?
I would say about 7.
7. Lauren?
9.
9. It's a bit rank, innit? Lime
Yeah.
scale. Do you know?
From
Yeah.
the sink gunk.
Yeah, and
Disgusting.
around the
Okay,
taps.
an 8. Yeah, an 8.
And that's going in your mouth.
Nine.
So a minty, gunky mouth. Great. All right, cool. Next one. Only me and my mother-in-law are in the house. Told her I was going to have a bath. Decided to have a crafty phone wank. Couldn't work out why there was no sound. Turned it up full blast. Nothing. Went back downstairs. Phone was connected to Alexa's Bluetooth. We have never spoken of this.
I've heard a similar story about that on Twitter as
Yeah.
well. That's
Always turn your Bluetooth off, guys.
To be honest, it's happened. Oh my god, it's happened to me once before actually. So no. Let me land. Not that. But my phone's connected to the car, and my dad was like, "Let me just use your car to drive somewhere, right?" So I think I was on the phone to one of my friends, and she had like a drunken night. Cool. So then I'm coming out. My phone. I'm thinking my phone's connected to my AirPods. Walking up the stairs, and then I don't hear her, and then I hear her coming from the car, and I'm just like, like what did you say, type of thing. So I hung up. So in the evening, my dad comes back and was like, "Oh yeah, so is that what you guys do when you go out?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, your friend was talking about her getting spanked." I said, "What?"
Oh. Aww.
And I was like, "Oh no, that is a song, like yeah." It's a,
Oh my God.
It's a
Oh
song.
no, the weather line.
Do you know what I mean? It was just so like, yeah, Bluetooth, turn it off, guys. It could get you in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, who wants to read the next one?
Yeah, what are we rating that out?
Yeah.
Brutal. I would say that's a good 8.
That is a.
Oh god, yeah, 8.
And you
I'd
turn
be
the volume-
mortified.
yeah.
And what category are you looking at?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
oh
you've
my
turned
God.
the volume up.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said like crafty wank, I thought it was something to do with like
Wanking
arts and
over
yeah. How to make a bird box.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just did the motion of this, like you double dicked up.
Right. My ex cheated on me when we were both in our early 20s, which is fine. But she admitted to her friends that she liked to give head to a guy before she came over to see me because she wanted to embarrass me and make me a joke in
Wait,
the eyes
what?
of other guys. I usually knew them just from going out or college. As far as I know, it was never with someone I considered a friend. I randomly saw her about 5 years after we broke up. It hit me that I should pay her back for everything she did to me. I stuck a pair of sunglasses in her purse and alerted security that she was stealing. It was a thrill and a rush for me. I don't know what happened to her. I didn't stay to find out. But I like to imagine the charges stuck. Doing that felt so good. I decided I would make a hobby out of it. I've thrown a rock through a car window at night. I've called her cell phone in the middle of the night to wake her up at least 10 times, and I won't stop calling until she answers the phone. And the latest thing I have done is ruined all of her plants and shrubs at her new house. I don't feel bad in the slightest, and I don't plan on stopping as long as she lives close by. She doesn't know it's me, and it makes me still happy this day to fuck with her. Sounds like she needs a restraining order.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Also, get a hobby.
Get a life.
What?
Why
Oh my
are you so
God.
obsessed with
I
her?
don't like if it was payback related to the first incident that upset you,
Yeah.
I'd get it. But you're going and putting pebbles through her house.
You're ringing her on a private number, I'm guessing.
You're
That's
obsessed.
weird.
Yeah.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah.
Seriously, get a hobby, dude.
Any situation where you lower yourself than the person's original,
Or obsessing over
Yeah.
something.
yeah, not
It's quite
Not cool.
cringy.
Not
Really embarrassing.
Get help
Yeah.
and get help
Um,
immediately. And I hope your friend finds out that it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite found the putting sunglasses in the purse quite funny,
yeah.
but also to realise that I only started there is a bit weird.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
continued, I was like, okay, this is
Yeah.
a bit mad.
God, you sound like a freak. Anyway, moving on.
How brutal meter? 10. You're fucking
It
weird.
breaks it.
I
It breaks the
think-
brutal meter.
and not in a good way. Like that's just
No.
like totally lame. So, over the past few months, I've noticed my husband sneaking out of the house at night, sometimes for a few hours at a time.
Sneaky link.
I'm one of those people that fall asleep as soon as their head hits the pillow, so he obviously thinks I'm asleep. But one night, I heard the baby crying and noticed he wasn't there. At first, I thought he was sneaking out to see another woman, but it turns out it was worse than that, in my opinion anyway. We had our first child in February this year, and he's been a really hands-on father. Always there to take care of the baby despite having a full-time job when I need a break and all that. I don't know how else to really say what's going on without it sounding completely insane, because it kind of is. But it turns out, when my husband goes out at night, all he does is go to the yard where the trash cans are, rummages around and fishes out a dirty diaper from our child, opens it and just stands there smelling it.
Oh my
Fuck
days.
It seems to be... it seems only to be the ones our son has gone number 2. Because I've seen him toss ones that presumably only have been peed in, and look for a dirty one. And then he just stands there, taking in these deep, content breaths in our child's excrement for ages. The sad thing is he looks so damn happy when he's doing it too.
So
I've watched him from the windows for a few weeks now.
Bro.
Just standing out there, sniffing with this huge grin on his face, and then rummaging around for another. The real icing on the cake was the other night when he came back to bed once again, thinking I was asleep.
Oh my God.
He must have got a bit too close to the diaper
Ate it.
when he was sniffing our son's business, because when he got into bed, I could smell something and opened up my eyes and finally heard him snoring. And it turns out he had poo on his nose.
No.
Fucking hell. That is the most disgusting thing.
I don't.
Oh my God.
And okay, you know me the details, right? But you know, with babies, there's different type of consistencies of their
Korma or
Thank you.
pellets.
So
probably.
what does he want it as a lotion?
Absolute disgusting.
Like,
I really don't care what the consistency of it
Yeah,
is.
but
I think
it's just-
fucking horrible.
I don't know. Yeah, but
and then you stood there and you watched him, bro. I'm chucking something at your head. What the flip are you
Also-
doing?
I'm calling
Do you know
999.
what the hell are you doing?
Is this like some weird, like, sexual
Fetish.
fetish?
Well, no, I have seen a weird, like, one of those, like, TLC, My Weird Addiction things, and there are people that actually do, like,
Oh my god, I think this is sick.
eat shit.
No.
Yeah.
That is off the Richter scale for me.
Yeah, I can't even rate that.
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Off the scale, off the scale.
Do you want to read the last one?
Yeah.
It's number one.
Whenever I blow my nose and I'm on my own, oh my God, this is so me.
It's actually your story.
Oh my God, no, it's not
What?
me. Let me carry on. Whenever I blow my nose and I'm on my own, I always check the tissue to see what came out. If there's a nice bit of green or yellow
Oh, I
snot,
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear.
I'll happily eat it from the paper. I think of it as a little treat for having a cold. Right, I'm going to say
That is actually
something.
you.
No.
You've done
Not,
that
no,
before.
no. I'm going to.
When you want to say
I'm
something?
going to be vulnerable here right now, and I'm going to ask the audience: have you never like had phlegm that tasted kind of good?
Oh my gosh, Lauren!
Oh my God.
Not from the paper, from your throat.
I've actually remembered you pick your nose and eat it, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You do.
I
Stop.
eat
This
it.
isn't about me. I just asked you something.
It does
No.
have a salty taste to it.
It's like salty,
Yeah.
like
Why
an
are
oyster.
we tasting things that
Like
are
an
meant to come out
aphrodisiac.
from the- Oh my!
Have you ever had snot run down from your nose into your mouth and tasted it?
So delicious.
That's horrible.
No, that's
Like-
disgusting.
That's nasty.
Why are you so frightened of something that already comes out your body, except for poo?
Oh my god, you do pick your nose and eat it.
I
You're
don't,
defending
Billy.
it.
I don't do that anymore.
That's as bad as.
I did at one
I don't
point.
think-
I did at one point.
Got you there. I got you.
Okay, but where
We
am
got
I?
him.
Where else am I supposed to put it?
In
In a tissue. Or
What?
do
Do
I?
you do that then?
No, I flick mine out the window.
He throws his fingernails on Franco Manco, which is a restaurant downstairs,
Franco
out the window. That's a fucking violation. At least it keeps in the bin that is my body.
Well, you heard it here first, Peep. She does pick her nose and eats it. So this is part of the show where you spill the tea and we try not to.
Okay. We're just getting our drinks here.
Are we ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, first one. I was fucking a guy and his toupee came off. Is there any sound? Straight away.
It's on my head. It's on my forehead.
it's the way that Bobby said, "I was fucking a guy." Why the aggression?
I love toupee chat. Justice.
Do you know what I mean? And then look.
That was just the title.
That's the title. I don't even want to hear what it is no more.
Oh my god.
No,
What?
No, it's your tea, darling.
Oh, it went
All
really
right.
up my nose like you're swimming.
Okay, are we ready? Cool. Try not to laugh at this bit. I'm gonna go from the top. Okay. I was fucking a guy and his toupee came off. Is there any salvaging this? I, male 27, was talking to this guy, male 29, on an app for a few weeks. We met up for a drink. He came back to mine. All was going well. We were hooking up, and at one stage, I got really into it and pulled on the back of what I thought was his real hair. And the top of his hairline came unstuck. He ran to my bathroom and locked himself in. I tried to talk him into coming out, but eventually he just asked me to drop his clothes by the door so he could leave. This was a Saturday and he hasn't responded since I texted to ask if he was okay the morning after. Is there anything I can say that would lessen his embarrassment? I feel like it was my fuck up that leads to this and I don't want to add to any insecurities, but I don't know how to do that. Any advice would be appreciated.
Get you some stronger glue.
Yes.
Some got to be. Got to be spray.
Okay, is everyone ready? Right, here we go. I was bullied by a girl in school, and because I am male, I was called a wimp, sissy boy, mammy's boy, and even my teacher told me to cop on when I started to shake, cry, and panic when I was partnering up with this girl and 2 other classmates on a project in school. My mother, God bless her, put me in an all-boys secondary school. I got on well in secondary school and made friends. I even opted to be a prefect in my school, so I didn't have to go to town for lunch, as the girls' secondary school and boys would mingle at lunch, and I didn't want to see her. I managed to avoid her when I saw her about town. I'd cross over the other side of the street or hide when I'd see her. One day I bumped into her in the supermarket, but she was with her mother. She said nothing, but I could tell by the look in her eyes she wanted to say something. She just didn't like me from day one. So now I go back to being in work. I'm depressed off my head, cooking up burgers, chips, tacos, taco chips, etc. And I hear a familiar voice. I freeze. My colleague was at the cash register taking the... Can I say that? Okay. I freeze. My colleague was at the cash register taking the bitch's order. The establishment was known to be slow as fuck when dishing out orders, so I slip into the bathroom memorising her order. I always had a thing where if I stuck my finger up my ass and tugged on my dick, I'm able to come fast.
Mayonnaise on the burger.
There's more.
How's that a party trick possible?
So that's what I did. I did the deed into my hand and I walked out to the food prep area, fondled the chicken burger with my jizz-stained hands, squirted the mayo onto it and the lettuce, and it looked fucking perfect. I watched from the gap in the shelving as my colleague handed her the food. I went home that evening and I quit, purely out of shame for what I've done. I still feel like a monster. I'm having regular therapy sessions. I have a fear of ever bringing up what I've done. So there you go.
Wow. Hygiene food standards, 999.
Clearly.
Wow.
I don't think I'll have McDonald's tonight.
No. Oh my god, yeah, I bet they do it there as well.
Oh, hell
I
no.
bet they do.
I feel like his method was more shocking than the actual crime.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Lock and load.
Yeah. In the bum and then out through the torn.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's amazing.
Extra dressing.
You could say I'm impressed.
Ready? Mm-hmm. So I am a student at grad school. I'm still new to the way this university does their online classes. Some teachers hold live classes, others just post their lectures and let it be. So this class professor holds live classes 1 day a week. That's not too bad or anything, but it would be great to have known more than an hour before class. So I'm in the outfit I came into this world in, chilling in my bed, listening to music, enjoying life. And my phone dings, and I look to see we have an hour before class starts. So I hop on thinking, what dork is going to be in class an hour early, to test my audio and stuff as I search through my clean clothes pile at the base of my bed. I put my phone in my lap, face up, and reached over, titties just swaying back and forth, movement over my phone. I'm just living my best life until I hear the most horrifying sound I've ever heard in my life. It was the voice of an older man saying, "Ma'am, your camera is on." I panicked and shut my entire phone off and sat there in pure dread. Then I was like, it's okay. There are 26 people in the class. Just go to the lecture and your name will fade into the other names and just act like nothing happened. I got back on time for class to start and I was the only person who showed up to the lecture. I was dead silent. It was the most awkward 5 minutes of life, as he then goes on to say the second most horrifying thing I've heard in life. I see many didn't show up today, and that is fine. These sessions automatically start recording when I sign in, and the university uploads them automatically within 24 hours of recording. They stay up for review, but not for just this class, but for all future classes. My tiddy is officially a part of the lesson and university website for good. No one has contacted me about my Janet Jackson nip slip, and I have yet to bring it up. It's just a giant titty-shaped elephant in the room.
Wow. Oh my god.
That was a funny one, to be fair.
I would
mortifying.
simply not live after that.
It stays on the server, basically.
Yeah.
So bad.
does your name stay on there as well, or the name disappeared?
You're not more worried about your birthday
Esther.
suit. Yeah.
Because you want to identify who it is, but if the name's there, yo, she's famous.
Wow.
Cool. There's one more.
Okay.
Right. My boyfriend and I were laying on the couch watching TV. My stomach hurt and I was feeling really gassy, and I wanted to tease my boyfriend by farting near him. I was completely naked because I was getting ready to go to bed. I lifted my leg up and everything. Absolutely was not a fart. I heard it before I felt it. There was a wet slap and I sprayed shit all over the carpet in my living room. It shot out like 10 inches. I was just standing in a big puddle of my own shit. I got food poisoning from some bad pizza. Most embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Do you want us to reload our mouse?
There's not much more to it, so I'll just finish it. Most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me. I can't stop laughing about it though. My boyfriend did not think it was funny. If anyone has carpet cleaning tips, let me know.
Wait, what was the rucksack bit?
Rucksack?
She got shot into a rucksack.
No.
No, I think I misheard it. That's funny though.
Whoa.
Really funny.
Ah.
That one happened to my friend.
What?
What do you mean?
They had food poisoning and they were on holiday and
Oh.
farted and it was not.
Oh,
no.
They'll kill me if I ever say any more than that.
That last one for me,
Toupee
boy.
was funny.
Toupee,
Toupee.
sharting,
Finger up the bum.
finger up the bum,
Come
toot
mayo.
toot, come mayo.
Cameo.
Thanks.
Cameo.
Cameo.
Camilla Cameo.
We are speechless. And so pleased to have been here with you this week. Someone else go, please.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. We surely did. Make sure you check out next week's episodes when you can. If not, don't. That's fine. You don't have to. Don't make you do. Don't make you don't want to do. But if you would, that'd be nice.
Okay. No, pick me. Choose me. Please.
And that was Tea at 4. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you guys tune in to our next episode. Goodbye.
Thank you.